All right. All right, perfect, thank you. It is one more minute and the meeting is started here. Carries. Good. All right, it's 6-3, let's stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so I'll order minutes were from July 23rd, 2025. I emailed them out, I typed them up right after the meeting. It's a pretty quick meeting, not a whole lot going on. I get a motion to approve.
I move to approve the minutes of last month's meeting.
I'll second.
I'll approve.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve minutes for July 23rd, 2025. Great, thank you. Next thing on the agenda, Great West Engineering. Give us a status on, you said test pool 5. I thought I think it was 6.
Well, we didn't end up, so we only did the one over by legal tender. And then instead of drilling that second test well, we tested the legal tender well.
Okay.
Said, and it didn't produce.
So does that count?
So, yeah, so we
Okay.
tested that existing well.
Okay,
We didn't actually drill
Okay.
another test well. Right, we did the one near there. but
Okay.
then Did some testing on the existing legal tender well.
Okay.
So yeah, so now test wells 4 and 5. 4 was the one on Foley's property and was what, 5 gallons per minute or something like that. I think I updated you guys last month on that one.
Yeah.
So that one was abandoned. Now we're back on Mark's property again. And it's been really positive so far. I think they're at 300, they drilled the 300 feet. I think I sent this in an email if you guys saw it or not, but they airlifted, the last update I got earlier this week was they airlifted 300 gallons per minute.
Oh,
A lot of water, really
Nice.
good news. So they pulled water samples. They have water samples into the lab for like the arsenic and nitrates and some of those, basic parameters. They've rushed those, so we should have those results next week.
ooh,
The radionuclides, as you guys know from past testing, take longer, so we won't have those for a bit yet. But depending on the results of the water quality, we can then decide to move forward with that steel casing and do all the pump testing. So,
okay. So we're doing the samples and then
we're waiting on
continue.
water quality results.
And then continue.
So, in the event that the water quality is good, then, we would very likely have a viable water source and, would then, finish doing the pump testing and finish, just to make sure airlift is sometimes, more, it gives you it gives you a very rough estimate, but sometimes it's higher than what actually is, but
Okay,
it's still very positive.
that's the first time I've heard that term, airlift.
Yeah, that was approximately 300 gallons per minute.
Yes, yeah, that's what the hydrogeologist.
Did the driller indicate what depth that water was coming in from?
So they said my update that I got from the hydrogeologist was that, they started seeing water below like 60 to 80 feet. And then they were at about 20 gallons per minute at 100 feet. They airlifted at about 200 feet, they airlifted 100 gallons per minute. And then the following week was when they drilled, just last week. I get my weeks mixed up.
Yeah.
They drilled down to 300 feet. And so that's where they got the higher yield with another airlift test. So then they stopped, they pulled the samples. And that's where we are today. So the driller is not on site currently. He's, you know, left the site until we get the water samples back. And then, they'll be ready to come back and install the casing and do the pump testing and all of that. But before doing that, we were, you know, wanting to make sure the
Correct.
water quality is
Yeah.
where we want it to be.
So explain the casing that might be installed. I got a little message about that.
Yeah.
How deep did you intend to put casing?
You know, I don't know if it's all the way down to the 300 feet. Yeah, I'll have to confirm with the hydrogeologist what the plan is there for the casing installation. Sorry, I did not ask that question. I didn't get that detail from them, but I'll ask.
Seems like it might be worthwhile to find out where the good water is coming from before casing.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why we're stopped right now, because we want to get the water quality results in and yeah. So before moving much further, that's
Sounds
exactly.
good. Sounds promising.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
cross your
I know,
fingers.
yeah. Yeah.
Before, but-
We have, yeah, so, I mean, ideally, the water quality is good, and that would be a location, I mean, at that yield, if it stays up near that, I mean, that would be a location you could drill more than one, you could have
True.
2 wells there.
That would be,
You know, because you have to have a redundant well, but
Right.
you wanna be able, it's the best case scenario, you can get away with 2 wells where you can meet your maximum day demands with one of those wells,
Okay,
standalone, and then you meet DEQ requirements, so. Ideally, that's what we'll be after. There's potential of doing it with more than 2 wells, but obviously just adds cost and
Sure.
complexities and
okay,
whatever, so. So that's where we're at, and I will continue to update via email as I get more information between now and your next meeting.
good. Well, that's good news. Halfway there. Number 5. It's
When
been a
they-
long haul.
When the drilling was being done, did any of the neighbors upgrade of the legal tender stop by? And
Not that I heard, not that I wasn't on site, the hydrogeologist was on site, and normally they will let me know if somebody's, you know,
Sure.
expresses any concern or shows up on site, but I did not hear of any such activity,
Terrific.
so. But it may be good, you know, we should give some thought, and I'll talk with David and Rye from Hydro Solutions, but one thing, you know, previously, when we've been drilling test wells, we just never have gotten so far where it was like so promising, where we went through the whole aquifer test. But we had previously talked about wanting to monitor, you know, some
Right.
existing wells, and so,
Yes.
if this is good and the water quality is good, then I'll work with Hydro Solutions and we can come up with a plan to do some additional monitoring, because I think that helps with, you know, getting the public comfortable.
Absolutely.
Obviously, and,
I guess the closest upgrading well right now would be the legal tender well.
I believe so, yeah.
So we could put a transducer in that one.
Yep.
As we do the pump test. and
Yep.
No effect there, then.
It's a pretty good
should
sign,
be-
right?
Yeah.
Sign.
Yeah, so.
Great.
So yeah, as of right now, it'll be a week or so before we get the water quality samples results back. If that's good, then I did talk with Lindsay Drilling, and they said, you know, depending on the outcome of that or whatever, they'll be ready to be back on site within a week after that, so.
Perfect.
They've been great about, you know, wanting to meet the schedule and work as quickly as we need them to, so that's been appreciated also.
Yeah, definitely. Good, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody have any questions or comments? Okay. All right, next, old business, water rights again, we'll just table that, that's not.
Yeah, that's the next one.
That's an invoices, but we had 2 this time. We got one late and one early, or not early, but we had one
Yeah,
later.
it's the cutoff.
Yeah, so it's 7/28/2025 invoice 37001. Total invoices for $3,107.79. Looks like reimbursable, professional fees, engineer, technician, that was the largest line item was for 2,822, project manager, engineer 5, engineering technician. Can I get a motion to approve invoice 37001?
Is Bob still with us?
I am.
Okay, well, I move we approve invoice 37001, 7/28/2025 to Great West Engineering.
A second.
I'll approve.
Aye.
Motion carries. Invoice approved for payment. Second one was dated August 18th, 2025, invoice number 37055. This one's the big one, $12,537.84. And most of it is Hydro Solutions. And then, of course, project professional fees. So I can get a motion for invoice number 37005.
I move that we approve invoice 37055 dated August 18th, 2025 for $12,537.84 to Great West Engineering.
Can I ask a point of discussion on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Does that include the extra money, the extra charges to, extend that well 5?
I don't, this is purely Hydro Solutions. Is it? I'm sorry.
No.
On the back page.
Let's see here, the bulk of this is Hydro Solutions and their time spent on site for test wells 4 and this current test well. Some of that's, coordinating with the driller, their field work is a large part of this invoice. Their invoice was $10,000.
Okay.
So.
I second.
Right, all approved.
Aye.
Motion carries the paid invoice 37055. Thank you.
There's one there from sites to L'Oreal.
Yes, we did for the insurance. Yes, so that should be with the late payment on that.
And I think, did we get one invoice from Lindsay Drilling previous, like last?
I haven't seen anything.
Have they sent us any? Okay.
I haven't seen anything yet from them.
Couldn't remember if I have a couple well projects going on. I couldn't remember which one was.
Unless I missed it, if you want to double check.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I usually go through there and make sure.
I mean,
Everyone's
haven't
are cleaned up.
yet, so sometimes they look till they're done and they don't do it. Voice, so.
So discuss and decide on test wells. Of course, we're moving on with number 5. And that's the Marks. That's Marks number 2.
Yeah, it is.
All right, discuss and decide on Great West contract with new task order and scope of work for Hydro Solutions. We did not get that till this afternoon. So I'm going to table it till the September meeting. We have documents, Bob, in our inbox. I will forward to review. I mean, he's been copied on it, correct?
He's copied on it,
So
yeah, it's in all your emails. I didn't get it out till this afternoon, so yeah, tabling, I mean, next month is totally fine.
Okay,
I just wanted to give you guys a chance to review it, and
yeah,
I was looking through it today, and it gets really convoluted. I mean, we're on amendment number 9.
right.
So if you guys ever, if we need to go through in any amount of detail, what all those look like and refresh our memories as to what all these contracts include and don't include and whatever, happy to
Right.
go through that in as much detail. I try to track it. I have a table there that
Do you?
tracks it.
Okay, good,
In
'cause
the
I know-
contract, the amounts, but I know it gets to be a lot and some of them date back years, so.
Yes.
So anytime you guys have questions or want to revisit, just let me know. Through it in whatever detail you need.
Okay, great. We plan on doing that. All right. Announcements and correspondence. Looks like we got an invoice for the insurance, and looks like we got policy folder like we do every year. It's good. And the invoice is in there still. Yeah, let's put that in our files. Still needs paid though. Okay, Opportunity for public comments. Do you have anything to add? Any questions? Okay. Next meeting agenda, it looks like it's gonna be exactly the same. I don't see anything different. Which is gonna be September, what's the date for September? Meeting, fourth Wednesday is going to be 24th of September. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Bob, Bill?
No, I don't. I had a couple questions, but Clancy already answered them, so we're good there.
Perfect. All right, motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second,
I'll approve.
Mike,
Meeting adjourned 6:45.
Wow, that's a record.
Oh, no, we're getting good at it.
Like you guys have done this before.
okay, well, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Well, yeah.
This one.